You are tuned in to Work at Bird Sessions, coming to you from Work at Bird Studios here in Longmont, Colorado. Our show is dedicated to promote talented musicians and introduce them to our audience. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel below and watch any of the most recent or past episodes. You can like us on Facebook, Instagram, and I do tweet now and again. So look for me there. Also, you can become a supporter on my Patreon page, and that helps fund our program. It's patreon.com/workatbirdstudios. I'd like to thank our patrons who already contribute, Scott Wright and Cliff Mattis and Lauren Wright, for their contribution to the program. My name is Christopher Wright, your host, and our videographer today is Jesse Albanese from Wild Acorns Media, and interning is Zane Emming as well. Also, Coupe Studios in Boulder is offering a 30% discount on recording sessions anywhere from recording an EP to a full-length album. For subscribing to this YouTube channel, just email info@coupestudios.com. Today we have Paul DeHaven with us in the studio today. How's it going, Paul?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you, Chris?
Excellent. Excellent. Thanks. Appreciate you being here with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am a guitar player and a songwriter and sometimes a singer. That's what I'm here to do today, is sing some songs for you guys. But I used to play in a band called Paper Bird, and we were at it for about 11 years, and then we kind of just decided to hang up the hat, pull off our boots and not do that project anymore. So this is my main gig now. I've been singing and writing for a long time, but finally I have the time now. I've got some extra time on my hands to promote and share these songs out of my own mouth, because I was just the guitar player in that band. I mean, I wrote and I played guitar.
Did you sing it all as well?
Barely.
Okay.
Yeah, there were 3 ladies who sang very, very competently in that group. So, I was just I was just in the background. So now I'm not.
No, you're not.
Now I'm not.
Now you're full
in the
front
foreground.
center, huh?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Try not the foreground.
Great. Well, should we just jump right in then?
Sure. That sounds
Excellent. What's the name of the first song we got?
Yeah, this song's called Fountain of Youth. It'll be on my new album called King of Gold, which I'm not sure when that'll come out yet, but when it does, this will be on it. It'll be the whole album I recorded myself at my home studio, and I played almost every instrument on it besides drums on a couple songs and a couple backup vocals. So
very cool.
It's more fleshed out in the album version, but here's a stripped down solo version of it.
Cool. Can't wait.
Yeah.
This is Paul DeHaven from Work at Bird Sessions, and this is Fountain of Youth.
We're running out of time. Your heart is on the line. Do you know the route to the fountain of youth? There's no life in this city. The minds are off, the lights are on. No stars, no hope on the horizon. The night is just like the dawn. But I hear there's a hole in the sky, so I am gonna cut loose. Tread in my shoes for some feathers made to fly, and go look for the fountain of youth. We're running out of time. If you're ready for the climb, we'll chase after the goose to the mountain of truth. lost at dusk. I gaze up beyond the firmament as I wonder what creatures may lurk. A light pours down upon this monument that I believe there's a hole in the sky. So I am gonna pile up everything of use. I'm going to build a tower to get high and looking for the fountain of youth. We're running out of time. Your heart is just like mine. There is no absolute. There's no fountain of youth.
Nice. Sounded great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Shoot, you don't need a band. You got everything right there.
Got this little box here that sure is a lot cheaper than hiring a band.
Right.
Not quite as much fun to play,
Right.
but
I
yeah,
gotcha.
it gets the job done.
Understood. Want to do one more, and then I got a little small interview. Just kind of ask you a few questions about yourself.
Ask me all the tough questions.
Tough. Very tough.
Yeah, that sounds great. Let me
Perfect.
just get tuned up for this next song.
Absolutely.
This one's called Long, Long Ago. I just wrote this one the other day, and it's not going to be on the record, but I think I'm going to put it out soon anyways, because it just feels timely to me. It feels like it's time to put the song out, you know?
Yeah.
Be the quickest turnaround I've ever had on a song, if I manage to get it out.
Have you had the idea for this song for a while? Or?
No, I usually don't have ideas for songs. They usually just happen.
Right.
And this is one that
Spontaneous.
happened pretty quickly and spontaneously, which I guess is kind of how I want to treat the release of it. Is just
Here we go.
do it. Yeah,
Nice.
exactly. So here it is, Long and Long Ago. This is a world premiere.
World premiere.
Yeah.
One day when we run out of coffee and cocaine and wipe ourselves out like a shit stain, take a shot of what's left to the main vein, and we'll go to sleep and we'll give up fucking and fighting for good. We'll give up fucking and fighting for good. We'll give up fucking and fighting for good. We'll lay down our arms like we knew that we should. Long, long ago. And one day trees are all burning and the rivers are empty, we'll hear what we're learning and pack up our bags, say goodbye to this place and go greet the great beyond in disgrace. And we'll wake up and we'll give up fucking and fighting for good. We'll give up fucking and fighting for good. We'll give up fucking and fighting for good. We'll open our hearts like we knew that we should. Long, long ago. And one day we knew it would come to this hopeless and broken by loneliness. The world was an oyster and we were its poets. We tasted the fruits, we watched ourselves write about it, and we took all we could. We didn't have to ask. We scrounged for a purpose. We drank from our flasks, cross-eyed and stumbling. We ran through the desert. We kept on believing there'd be a spell to reverse it. That one day we would be better, and one day we'd reclaim our wonder, and one day the banks would reopen and we could return all we plundered. And one day when we run out of time, we will be born. And we'll love ourselves as we are with what's left. And we'll love each other with what we have left. And we'll love ourselves as we are with what's left. And we'll love each other with what we have left. And we'll love each other with what we have left. We love each other with what we have left. Long, long ago.
Very nice.
Thanks.
Very nice. So this is a recent song that you came up with.
Yeah, it just happened a couple days ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it's about like humans wiping themselves off the face of the planet.
Sure.
It's not necessarily supposed to be a political song because I don't really believe in politics right down at the heart of it. But I think down at the heart of it, it's just the only choice, the only chance any of us have is, holding hands and getting together.
I agree. 100%.
And just letting go of all of our differences because we're going to be different. So.
Right.
Why don't we just accept that and move on before it's too late?
Before it's too late.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree with you. So the new band, is it called the Paul DeHaven Band or?
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. Well, I don't know. Actually, last night we played and we've had a different the ampersand
Cool.
name each time.
And Co?
And Co. Paul and Co.
Paul and Co. Ooh, I like that.
It's pretty good. It's kind of like Dead and Co.
Sure.
Last night they were the kids choir because they were singing background vocals in a Muppety background voice during rehearsal. So we
Sounds
went with
really
it.
fun.
But I don't know. We haven't nailed down a name yet. So I just booked myself as Paul DeHaven, and sometimes there'll be a band and sometimes there won't.
Gotcha. Do you use Paul DeHaven in your promotion, like from Paperbird, or do you just leave it?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I usually don't like write that in like on a handbill or anything.
Sure.
But usually a venue will.
Okay.
And I think that we're all okay with that. I think it's kosher.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It helps.
So as of right now, are you doing any touring, or are you staying mostly in Colorado at this point?
Well, I just did a little run out to Missouri and a separate run out to Texas doing fly dates to go visit some friends who have bands or have venues and playing at their spots and kind of just like testing the grounds, seeing what fly tours could be like for me as a solo artist.
When you say fly tours, just like quick, like weeks
Get on-
out.
Get on Frontier.
Oh, really?
And
Okay.
get in an airplane.
Oh, cool.
And bring my one carry-on bag and
Oh, this stuff right here.
Yeah, totally.
Nice.
This is like I bring all of this stuff and like a extra t-shirt.
Very cool.
Yeah, so just like a weekend fly out. But then I'll be touring in this summer some coming up on the West Coast and trying to get into that and trying to do it smart, try not to spend all of my time and money on it if it's not going to be productive.
Gotcha.
By productive, I mean just that people will
You're not gonna build like
they'll
a following
be able to
if
play
there's
for
a-
people,
Yes.
and that I'll have music to share with them, and that they'll be able to keep up with me and do it and see me next time.
Gotcha.
you know. So
Yeah.
that's the goal, is to try to work smarter, not harder. But I do like touring. I get to feeling kind of strange if I don't leave town for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's but it's been such a active part of my lifestyle for 9 years, 10 years of just, you know, keeping track of time based on when the next tour is coming. So it's kind of been good for me to get out of that, but I do miss it to a certain extent as well. Seeing the state of the union,
Yeah.
just like
exactly.
driving around and seeing what's going on out in the world, and like I've been to so many cities so many times, I can see how they're changing.
Mm-hmm.
I can see, oh well, I can't believe they put up that new truck stop at mile marker 277 in Kansas,
Right.
or whatever. Like, not the kind of things that I'm super proud of knowing about, but it's, you know, it's just like it just became a way
You
of
see in the
life.
country, and you know
Yeah.
we're kind of in need of people seeing the entire picture. I feel like.
Yeah,
you
totally.
know, so
I think that informs my perspective to a certain extent. Yeah.
absolutely. So you're planning on touring. You had mentioned a new album coming out
Yeah.
eventually. How many? Like, where are you recording? How many songs?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what kind of what musicians? I'm always curious about stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, I started recording it at home, in my home studio, which I call Afghan Land, because
Afghan.
all the walls are covered in Afghans.
Oh,
This
nice.
First sound, cheap, poor man's sound
Totally.
baffling.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds pretty good
absorption.
though,
Yeah, it works great.
right? Nice.
Yeah, not as fancy as these. These are nice.
I
These-
made
these,
those.
These definitely work better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it took me a while.
Yeah, I'm just lazy, I think. But I started recording it as like demos, and then I showed it to a couple friends, and I was thinking about finding a producer or going down that route, and they were all the advice I got was like, just finish it, just keep working on it. Like, you've got the vibe going, you know what your aesthetic is that you're working on, so go with it. The album's called King of Gold. There's gonna be 8 songs on it.
Cool.
I pared it down a little bit, but it's still like a little over 40 minutes. So
Right
it's a
on.
full length record. Yeah, I recorded it all myself, except for I had Mark Anderson from Paper Bird play drums on a few of the tracks. The rest of the tracks, either I play drums on, or there's Drum Machine, which it was kind of heavily featured in the record as like a drum machine vibe.
Cool.
Drum machine, electric guitars, synthesizers.
I'm a drummer and I love drum machines.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're so cool.
Yeah,
I do a lot with them.
I got this Korg Volca beat. Have you seen that? It's like, do you have one?
Got it right over here.
Yeah, it's so
It's
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's an amazing little step sequencer. It was my first time playing with one of those, and I started using that as just like for the demos, as like a placeholder.
Right.
And then I don't know, it just like a few of them I tried replacing with real drums, and it just changed the vibe, and
Right.
it wasn't quite right. So
It's got some fun sounds on it. You know, like it's got like a decent 808 and 909 sound on it. You can kind of mess with the parameters a little bit.
yeah, it's
pretty sweet.
it's it's like pretty good sounding, and also kind of rickety
Totally.
in a
Yeah.
in like a charming sort of cool way, which
Right.
I guess when I record and when I make music, sometimes it's really nice to do the obvious thing, but sometimes it's nice to like try to find new sounds. And I think the new sounds, I don't want to say it's like that I've created a new sound by any means, but I tried not to do the songs the way that they were supposed to be done.
Right.
Or a way that, like, if I had taken him to a studio in Nashville, that someone would have said, okay, well, this song is a country
the way
rock
this is
song,
gonna
and
go,
this is how
yeah,
it goes.
yeah.
And I took a lot more time doing it myself, but I was able to really dive into the sounds and dive into the, like, just take my time on aesthetic.
Well, so you recorded it into this loop pedal you have here?
Yeah,
how does
I
it
did record the Volca into the loop pedal just for just for those fly dates, because
Okay.
I didn't want to bring the drum. That thing only saves 8.
It does, yeah.
It only has 8 presets that you can save on it,
Right.
and I was doing like 10 or 11 songs that I was using it on, and this was smaller, so this is all these are the Volca stuff just looped,
Cool.
basically.
Nice. Well, you get complete control over it, right?
Yeah, totally.
Nice.
Yeah, it's easier to. It's just a little easier for operation and ease. But I think the drum machine looks cooler, so I'll bring it back out again.
Well, bring it out and just use that.
Yeah,
Just
totally.
light it up, you know.
Yeah, as long as the lights are going. Totally.
That'd be pretty quick. Excellent. So, what do you got coming up?
I have a few shows in the Front Range in early April. I'm playing at Lost Lake April 7th, and I'm playing at a house show in Boulder at the Cherryvale House on April 4th with Stealth Olvang from the Lumineers.
Cool.
And then I'm playing in May. I'm doing like the Magic Rat in Fort Collins and a house show. That's on the 17th of May, and then the 18th is in Laramie at a house show, and then down in Colorado Springs at Ivy Wild on the 19th. 17, 18, 19. No, it's not Ivy Wild. I lied. It's at Deer Pile. So I'm playing at the Rat. This house is called the Salmon House, and the Deer Pile in Denver.
Boy,
So I'm gonna like
bunch of animals
animal. I gotta come up with a cool like totem pole animal flyer for that one.
What's the place in Laramie that you're playing?
It's this band called Elk Tongue, another animal.
Okay.
Who I just reached out. I don't know if I've met them yet or not. I'm about to. But I just reached out to them about getting up to, I don't know, Wyoming. Why not?
Why not, right?
Wyoming not. It's a college town up there, so.
Yep.
Laramie's
cool.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I don't know when this record will come out. It'll probably be a few more months. I'm shopping it to record labels right now, and like I said, it's just such an excruciatingly soul-crushing part of the process. Like, you make this thing that you're really proud of, and then you just go find some rejection for it.
Right.
Either that, or just put it out yourself, which is the same thing as like maybe like digging a hole in your backyard and burying it into it. Tell your friends on Facebook, and you get 17 likes on this thing you spent a year on.
Oh God, I know.
It's kind of brutal.
It is brutal.
I'm not asking for anyone's pity.
Why not?
Well, that's a good point. Maybe that's a good angle. Maybe I should take that angle.
Jeez.
Pity me, people. Pity me.
Gosh, you're doing all this
My life
work,
is
right?
so hard.
Right. Well, excellent. We do have time for one more, if you're cool with that.
That sounds great.
Awesome. So what song would you like to leave us with today?
I think I'm going to play a song called No Gold.
No Gold.
Yeah. This one, actually the recording has real drums on it, but I'm going to do a facsimile on the drum machine on this one. And it's kind of like the heart of the record to me. Lyrically, it's about, I mean, it's kind of a process piece with the end of Paper Bird and sort of the I don't know. I felt a bit disappointed by the music business and disappointed, and beyond my experience, I think I know a lot of people who are disappointed by the world that they grew up into, the world that we're living in now, and so much that we were promised. You know, you like go to college and then the paradigms that our parents lived in are completely different. They've completely changed, and there's a lot of I don't know. There's just like a lot of heartbreak in that. Not actual like romantic heartbreak, but just challenge and disappointment. And like, all right, well, at the end of the day, what matters? What's good? And well, that's it. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So it's kind of me processing that, if that makes any sense at all.
It sure does.
Good. That's good.
It sure does.
There's something you hide in your hand. There's something you hide in your hand. And you hold it as tight as you can. You hold it as tight as you can. You hold it as tight as you can until you can't bear the fact that there's nothing there to let go of or hold on to. And there never was, there is no gold out there. There is no gold. There is no gold out there. There is no gold. The secret to being a man. The secret to being a man is pretending that you have something other than a fistful of sand that you hold as tight as you can. You hold it as tight as you can. Yeah, you hold it as tight as you can until you can't bear the fact that there's nothing there to let go of or hold on to. And there never was, there is no gold out there. There is no gold. There is no gold out there. There is no gold. 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 There is no gold.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Very nice, Paul. Very nice. I think that's a great way to end the show.
That sounds good.
Sort of. Yeah, yeah. That's good.
It's great. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah,
This is
thank you for
awesome.
being here so much.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate the opportunity and the cool thing you're doing here.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Maybe next time we'll get the full band in here,
That'd
even
be-
though it's like tight, but I
It-
think it'll sound great.
It could be a little warmer in here.
Yeah, it definitely could.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I'd like to thank everybody, Jesse Albanese from Wild Acorns Media for shooting video today, and Zane Emmening for your contribution as well. Thank you so much. Also, remember, musicians, 30% off recording sessions at Coupe Studios in Boulder. Just email info@coupestudios.com. For more information about you, Paul, where should people go?
I have a website. It's pauldehavenmusic.com.
Paul DeHaven Music.
Yep.
I'll put that in our notes for
Yeah.
on our YouTube channel.
You
as well.
know, all the social media stuff that if you care about that, I'm on there too.
Yep.
Instagram, Paul DeHaven Music.
Cool.
Facebook, I think it's just Paul DeHaven. Maybe it's Paul DeHaven Music. It's one of the two. It's on Facebook.
Excellent. Like I said, I'll put all that information on our YouTube link. Lastly, I'd like to thank Jim Krasaniak and Eric Singer for all the help producing and professional guidance for Work at Bird Sessions. And of course, our Patreon supporters, Cliff Mattis, Scott Wright, Lauren Wright, Jenny Wright, Daniel Ellis, and hopefully more soon. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you so much. Any last shout outs you'd like to do for gigs or what have you?
No, just look for my record, King of Gold.
King of
by Paul
Gold.
DeHaven. It'll be out probably this summer.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, thank you once again. It was such a large pleasure to having you here, man.
My pleasure's all mine. Thank you.
Have a great day. Drive safe back to where are you going? Englewood?
Evergreen.
Evergreen.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Up in the foothills.
Up in the foothills. Right
Yeah.
on. All right. Thank you from Work at Bird Studios and the end.